Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Kimi, you were in the GPDA meeting?
Yeah.
You were?
Well, it was driver's briefing.
Driver's briefing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were the hot topics there before we get this show on the road?
What were the hot topics, Felipe?
Well, we were talking about the tires with one of the Pirelli engineer about the aquaplaning we all had last race in Brazil.
Yeah. Were you particularly sensitive to that because you aquaplaned into the wall?
Yeah. Yeah, big one. So, but actually, it was not a bad idea for what's happened after that. So, it was really big aquaplaning. I crashed the car. I had my flag ready when I finished the race to do one lap with the flag. You know.
Did you have it in the car?
No, but I prepared somebody in corner one to give to me. You know. So, and then anyway, I just have amazing feeling, which you know, it was just difficult to explain what I feel in that moment, but. Yeah, I had the aquaplaning anyway, so...
Yeah. And Kimi, if I can just bring you in, you also had a major aquaplaning moment. Yeah, well, you're pretty cool about these things, but we were all pretty worried you were going to get collected by another car, but how was that experience?
Well, obviously the accident itself wasn't very big, but you know, it's, the problem was a little bit for people to see. For sure they expect me to be wrong way around there, but you know, luckily everybody managed to avoid me, so it was okay. But that's what happened.
I didn't crash. I just drove around really slowly.
Yeah, but you look great doing it.
I know. I thought I did, so I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I think you were in front of me.
No, I was last by 20 seconds, I think. I thought I've got 2 races to go. I don't want to hit the wall.
But that's normally your conditions. That's normally when you're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, there's something that wasn't working with the car. I think it was me in the car. But anyway, it's over now. We're here. We're in Abu Dhabi.
We're here. And this is going to be, for the two of you, your last Grand Prix. Kimi, you've gone through this experience once before where you stopped, went off and did a bit of rallying, a bit of motocross, probably a whole host of other things that we don't know about. So what advice can you give to your colleagues here, knowing that they're moving away from Formula One? What's life like after Formula One?
For sure, it's not so much different. Obviously, you have less traveling, and you know, you don't need to really. You can do more or less what you want. Okay, it depends if you end up doing something else, and so you have some schedule, but. Apart from that, obviously, it frees up a lot of time for your life, and I think that's the only issue, that we are all the time away, and you know, it's nice to be at home sometimes. So I'm for sure it's gonna be, you know, it's not so much different, but yes, you don't have to all the time be on the way to somewhere.
No,
Kimi, you're going to miss us.
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Anyway, just staying with you, Kimi, you can probably see we've got a first question that's for you here. If you can read that, or do you want me to read it for you?
Well, I can answer it also.
Oh, you can read it. You can go straight to the answer, but this is from
you can read it.
F. Malbrook. Why do you always wear your sunglasses at your face? My daughter of 7 years wants to know.
Well, I always use it. I don't know, not really big reason for it, but you know, the lights are bright, and
Do you wear them at home? Do you wear them in the bedroom?
No, not there.
No, good.
But I always at home, not home, but when I'm basically home somewhere, I always wear it. And
the thing is, you've got such beautiful eyes. You know, I think that people should see them more.
Maybe I should wear it when you are looking them. So.
You should definitely put them on now.
Right, Jensen, I think we're going to have a question for you here from, what's that, Mohit Dinida.
How does it feel to have such a long career?
Yeah, how did you feel? How do you feel?
How do I feel? I feel good. We've all had pretty long careers. You've got the 3 oldest drivers sat here. Actually, no, you're not older than Fernando, are you?
I am.
Oh, you are?
A little bit, but I am, yeah.
So yeah, we've all been around for a long time. We've been through the V10 era, the V8 era, and the V6 era now. So a lot of experiences along the way, a lot of good fights along the way.
What's the best era for you?
The best year?
Era.
Oh, the era. I was going to say the best year is pretty easy, but best era, I think everyone that raced in those days will say it's the V10. The sound of the engine, the downforce, the tyres, the tyre war. It was pretty awesome.
You guys agree with that?
Well, you were racing as well then.
Yeah.
We were all racing together.
I was on track. You boys were all doing the fast stuff at the front. You know, I think what I did was called making up the numbers.
We waved a few times, though.
Yeah,
I
did, absolutely, yeah. Well, we were never teammates. I was teammates with Kimi. I remember that you were either driving very quickly or you were asleep in the back of the truck. Do you still have that same approach?
Yes, but I cannot sleep as well as before when you get older, so that's the only bad thing.
Now. It doesn't allow you to.
But I mean, we had a good time together, and also was quite early days for me in F1, but was great time.
Yeah. So Felipe, we have a first question for you here. So from 101T TAS _Formula.
So who is your greatest friend in Formula One? To be honest, I had many friends in Formula One, so I always had a good relationship with everybody. Who is the greatest? You mean drivers or?
Well, it can be.
Whatever.
You can interpret the question, but if you had to be on a desert island with just one person from the Formula One paddock, first of all the driver, and
I'm guessing his wife. Probably his wife.
I know, but let's just play to what the fans are asking. Who's your favourite person?
I
in
would
Formula
say
One?
maybe as a friendship during all these years, Rob Smedley. Yeah.
So your engineer, who's now with you.
Engineer since a long time,
Sweet.
and we are quite big friendship till now. I'm sure it will stay even after Formula One.
Well, I guess maybe we throw the same thing to you guys. Kimi, who would you take to the desert island? An engineer?
Well, I don't know really. Obviously, there's I have a pretty okay relationship with everybody. So if you really had to choose from here.
You don't
Maybe
know.
better not to say names, so nobody gets disappointed or feeling bad. So.
I think you'd be pretty good on a desert island. Because you're just like your own little show on your own. I mean, you don't need TVs or iPhones or anything like that with you. Because you're just this active little gremlin.
Yeah. Just add water.
Just add water, exactly. And there's lots of water around a desert island. So.
Okay, good stuff. So, gents, maybe just turning this around a little bit whilst we wait for some more questions coming in. What have you always wanted to know about each other? You know, Kimi, what would you ask Felipe? Felipe, what would you ask Kimi? This is the time. Let's really get it to it.
This is the time, yeah, perfect.
Well, we're surrounded by a
What
few
would
million
you like
friends.
to know?
I have a question
about
for Kimi. So when you are having shower, you sing?
No.
No?
No.
Sure?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure you're doing something different than we cannot see
I'm washing,
from you here in the paddock.
hair. And,
I'm sure when you get inside the shower, you are alone. You start to sing and you scream.
Definitely
or
not.
No?
I'm using the shower as it's supposed to.
As a shower?
Yeah, clean.
What do you do in the shower?
No, I'm normal. I mean, actually, I talk a lot, so I am
Do you?
normal, more or less what I'm doing here. I mean, what are you doing in the shower?
Washing your bits normally.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. Does it take you a long time?
I brush my teeth in the shower
It
sometimes.
takes a long time.
In the shower, yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of
You
shower
brush your
gel.
teeth in the shower?
Now and again. Yeah, it's just quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, me too.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you brush your teeth in the shower?
Yeah, quite often.
Oh, sometimes.
Am I missing out here?
Yeah,
I've
this is
never done
special.
that.
There's lots of
the
things
thing
you
is
can
that,
do.
that would
Saving
mean
time.
taking my valley into the shower. Could I have someone brush my teeth? You do it yourself?
Excellent. I'd love to see that. So where do you shave? No, not on your body. Do you shave in the shower or do you...
No, out of the shower.
Okay.
Right, we should maybe bring this back to the fans who are sending in their questions. Kimi,
Okay.
you're up again. So, in your previous years in Formula One, in which year that you want repeat the championship? So if you were to win the World Championship again, what era, what year would be the one you wanted to win, I guess, is the question.
It doesn't matter really if you could win it. Next year, I'm happy to do it if it's possible. I mean, I don't think it's that you're planning, this would be perfect time to, you always try, and most often you fail on it, but it's a part of the whole thing, and we try next year. So.
Actually, in the McLaren years, you were pretty unlucky with reliability, so you probably could have picked up a championship there.
Yeah, but then we lost it by some issues, but then that's how it goes, you know. It's a part of the whole thing, and yeah, you can always look that maybe we should have, maybe not, but that's not the case, you know. I'm happy I won and so far, and you know, we keep trying and see what happens.
Now, this very racetrack in Abu Dhabi, this is where you famously, you know, said to your team when you were driving for Lotus, leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. We haven't really heard any sort of one-liners like that from you recently. Is that just because you've adopted a more quiet approach, or you know, Ferrari don't sort of egg you on to do anything different?
No, not really any good reason for that either. So I think it sometimes happens, you know, and it really I'm sure there's many times you said something, but it hasn't really come alive on TV, or they haven't broadcasted. But
I think the radio is probably busy with his teammate.
Yeah, well, actually, I can see
his teammate likes to talk on the radio at the moment.
Vettel is just about to join us. He's getting his earpiece in there. But as we wait for him to get all prepared, and actually, Sebastian, normally when you ask him a question, he's quite long with the answers, isn't he?
Oh, no.
So
really?
This is your moment.
Can we leave him there for another 10 minutes?
Yeah, so this is your moment if you want to get a word in.
Okay.
Ahead of the weekend,
yes.
Last race. You're not the most competitive car right now, so it's going to be difficult for you to look forward to seeing. Sebastian, you've joined us. Would you like to come in? And
he hasn't got a cap.
Oh, you've got his hat. Hold on. Has anyone got a hat that Sebastian can wear? Because
I forgot mine.
We can't. Can you? Well, you can shout from the shadows then, because we're live, so that people know you're there, even if you're not in vision. So let's.
Well, it's coming any second.
Imagine that. Oh, he's absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Get yourself a chair. So as you're joining us a little bit later, Seb, than the others, it's a very relaxed, free and open session here. So if you have a question for your colleagues that you want to share with the fans at home, then please do so. If you'd like me to ask you a question, then
it's a free-for-all, basically.
It's a free-for-all. Would you like me to?
No. That's many years ago. So.
Yeah, he's right there.
And he's right there, so why do I need to do an impression?
You can borrow his hat and glasses.
No. I don't need to impersonate him. He's right there. You can ask him then.
Okay, so if you're not going to do the impersonation, how easy is a teammate? What, you know, you've had a few different teammates in your career. What is it particularly you? Could you seem to have a really good understanding? You work well together. That's something that the Ferrari fans appreciate. What is it that, you know, is it just because you've both got champions?
Enjoy, you can just focus on racing and don't need to stress about anything else.
Can I just say I'm loving this music?
Are you enjoying that?
Did you put this on?
No. This is what all the fans are down there, and you know, this is the sort of Monte Carlo Harbour in Abu Dhabi. So look, whilst you're enjoying the music, we're going to bring in Max Verstappen, who's joined us as well. So Max, please come in, grab a seat beside Sebastian. You're going to have to shout, I'm afraid, over the noise of the people partying. So actually, like, you're a young guy. You see all these people here partying. You're probably still in your sort of party mode. How is that, you know, trying to focus on the Grand Prix weekend when you have all this sort of distraction in the background?
I think at the moment this is more fun to just drive. I mean, okay.
Who was the hardest to race? The questions for you, Max.
I mean, there are 4.
Yeah.
There are 4.
Yeah, but you know, the person who sent in the message, there was only 3 sitting there at the time.
5.
So stop showing off that you can count and just answer the question.
Yeah, active. I mean, difficult to say. I mean, should I please everyone? Or?
Well, he's not really racing us, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It would be nice to race with him.
Yeah. Why are you worried about pleasing them now? You've boys. Can you remember when you were 19? You know, full of hope and desire. You started your career at 19.
I had a lot of spots. Somebody gave me a picture yesterday. I was covered in spots. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely happier with age.
Yeah.
But in 19, I'd driven a couple of F1 cars, but I hadn't raced one. So, are you just 19?
Since September.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, ages. You're old.
Ages. Yeah.
So getting old now. He was 17.
Yeah. Oh well, I enjoyed school.
I didn't.
Right, so we have a little presentation, Max, that you're going to receive. But before we do that, we're going to hear from the boss. So I always stand up when Bernie speaks. Oh. You can relax.
The reward you can receive is something for you to remember. I think when you get the reward, you want to forget the reward. But anyway, well done for what you've done.
There you go. Well, this is in recognition of the fact that you have been the driver of the day more than any other driver. So Bernie has organised some flowers for you.
Wow. Oh, very good. Very good.
you can make an acceptance speech.
Certain speech?
Yeah, well, that's what you normally do when you accept.
Well, I'm of course very honoured to.
I don't know. Maybe you want
some flowers?
Yeah,
it's a lovely gift from Bernie, isn't it? Flowers.
Yeah. The ladies want some flowers. Yeah,
you
for
can.
sure.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
for sure.
Who would you like to give the flowers
to? The Ferrari ladies.
Yeah.
Stefania from Ferrari there is receiving those flowers. Yeah. You're very. You know, it's true what they say about the Dutch. They're very generous with their gifts.
Depends. It depends where you come from in Holland.
Is that right?
Similar to Scottish. Yeah. I hear.
Yeah, Scottish, definitely. Right, I think we've got a question now for all of you here. So, who do you guys want to win the World Championship? Clearly, none of you are going to do it this weekend. So, who's your preference? I had to go with the Brit.
So, I think he'll win it, but I think it'd be nice if these guys can get involved.
I think both deserve it for the championship. I think Nico will win. I think just for the history is nice because I mean his father was a champion. He will be a champion. I think it's a nice history for the people as well. So I think he will win.
Okay, Kimi.
Well, whoever wins it is, I think, deserves it. So let's wait and see on Sunday. If they both finish the race with no issues, I think it will stay in the same order. But who knows?
I was hoping you'd come away with a Kimi quote saying, "I don't really care."
I don't, but
I'll be in the toilet.
Yeah,
I was polite. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. You're very polite. Seb?
Well, it doesn't really matter for all of us, I guess, but I think Nico should make it. He's ahead in points, and I don't see how he can not win it.
Yeah. Max?
Yeah, I think in the end of the day, we all don't care because we are not involved. But yeah, I think in the moment, the car is pretty strong. So even if
we're just talking before you came that's normally what Kimi gives us some really nice quotes. But you've been quite
actually, yes.
outspoken. And
thank you.
How do you review the year generally?
Well, my mum taught me that I'm not allowed to talk when I've got my mouth full.
Okay, no problem. You eat the sweeties.
They're great.
Well, it's been a long year. It's been a tough year, obviously. Not the year that we hoped for, because we had a strong year last year and we hoped to be stronger this year, but it wasn't the case. So for sure that was a disappointment. Nevertheless, I think we learned a lot as a team, and I'm pretty confident that it will make us stronger for next year. So yeah, high hopes for the following season.
So we're running out of time in this session, so maybe what I can do is just get each of you, very briefly, just deliver a line right down the camera to what you would want to say to the fans of Formula One, whether it's your...
Can I start?
Of course you may.
I gotta go.
Okay, right. So there's your camera.
So I'm really happy for everything I passed through all my career here in Formula One with these guys, all of them. And yeah, thank you very much for all the support, for all the nice moment. And yeah, I'm happy to do what I'm doing, to stop. So many things to do in life, and James knows.
Kimi, what would you like to say to your fan? You're the fans' favourite.
Well, I don't know if I'm still or not, but I hope they all enjoy the watching F1, and hopefully we get even better racing in the future. So I think that would be good for all the drivers, plus also for the fans.
Yeah.
Seb?
I was joking.
Thanks for watching. I don't know who's watching, so I don't know if they...
Your fans.
I don't know if they are. Maybe they're all Jensen fans. So how do you know?
Thank you very much,
Thank you very much. Anyway, so...
It's been awesome. See you next year. I'll be taking his job.
What can you, before you shut off, can you wave to your fans down there? Look, you got a whole bunch on the boat.
Are they all Jensen fans? Again. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Eb.
Awesome.
Thanks, JB.
Right, we're off.
And then there were two.
There's one. See ya.
And now...
I'm hungry.
There you go. Well, thanks for sticking around and not deserting me.
I didn't want to leave you alone.
What would you like to say to your... Yeah, actually, you've got a huge growing fan base in Holland and around the world, so... I'm a bit concerned that Red Bull are not feeding you properly. Then you have to come here and stealing. These are Bernie's nuts, by the way. You're stealing them.
It's all right.
They weren't sanctioned for you to eat.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I have the water as well?
You may. The water's free. What would you like to say? What does it mean to you as a young man to have that level of support?
It's incredible. Like for me, especially at my home track in Spa, compared to last year, the difference was incredible already this year, and especially when I did the drivers parade, it was the first time in my life for racing that I got goosebumps. It was something, I mean, normally, you know, something big needs to happen to impress me, but that impressed me. And yeah, it was amazing to see.
That's fantastic.
Again, when I think about it now, I get goosebumps. It was very nice.
So you know, racing's completely in your blood. You've been out there karting from an early age, you know, young man arriving in Formula One. What has been the biggest surprise about being a Grand Prix driver? Is it the recognition? You know, what's the sort of frustration or the pleasure?
Well, you know, everything you do is like in a spotlight. Whatever you do on track or off track, you know, everybody has an opinion. And sometimes in the beginning, that's a bit, well, I wouldn't say annoying, but it's just a bit weird. You know, before that, you could do things with your mates, you could have fun. For example, you go indoor karting and you were the slowest of them all, it didn't make a difference. But now, when you're the slowest, it looks like, look at it, this guy, you know, he's not fast in the go-kart anymore. Like silly things can be sometimes like a big deal. And I think, you know, that's just part of Formula One. Yeah. You know, you get recognized much more, and sometimes you can't do all the stuff you did before.
Okay, well, just turning it to this weekend, finally, what can we expect? Mercedes, again, look pretty quick in free practice. Going to be close between you and Ferrari, or do you think you've got a chance to end the season with the podium? I
think it will be close between us and Ferrari. I think Mercedes, yeah, they are comfortable ahead, I think. I mean, again, today they were ahead, but then for sure in qualifying they can turn up their engines even more, and that's again 3-4 tenths, so I don't expect to be that close to them. But yeah, it will be exciting between us and Ferrari. I think today, again, you could see Seb, yeah, he was in front of us, but I expect for tomorrow we can improve as well, and then it will be exciting.
So I think we've just got time for another question on the screen here. So this is Your Lip Somonine. That's quite a name, isn't it?
Yeah, your lips on mine.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sorry, I can't even read. Well done. So, right, can you go with the question on there?
Yeah, Max Verstappen think it would be a good idea to create an F1 circuit in the Netherlands.
Well, there is one there already. Zandvoort.
Old school. Yeah, I mean, historic at the moment. I mean, it would be great. I think if you know, you could see in Spa how many Dutch people were there. Imagine if there is a Dutch Formula One track. So, I mean, I would be very happy for it. At the moment, I think it's still very far away. But if one day it will happen, I'm ready for it. You know, it will be great.
Okay, well, Max, thank you very much. Thank you for being the last man
sure.
here. All the others have rushed off to
I wait for you.
Appreciate you doing that. I'm sure the fans at home do as well. I hope you've enjoyed this session of Facebook Live here in Abu Dhabi, and we look forward. We'll do some more of these, won't we?
I like it. It's good. I mean, the nuts and the Haribos,
the gummy bears.
Gummy bears,
it's free cars. It doesn't look like he wants to go. You know,
I mean, I can stay as well if you want to.
You have to. Well, I tell you what. You host the closer, so you talk to your fans at home.
No, that's a bit tricky. You're better in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not made for that yet.
You know, yeah, you've got another 20 years before you need to.
15 is enough.
Yeah. Good. All right, what are you doing after this? You
probably eat something.
Yeah, it looks like it is the right sort of diet.
No, but I was so hungry I couldn't. I mean, they are great.
But what is because everything happens a bit later here. It's 9:35 local time. You've still got some engineering, or is it now?
Yeah. So well, first, like I said, I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
Then engineering meeting, and then afterwards I still have an event going on, and then back to bed.
And so, what time will you be tucked up in bed?
Depends when my mom says so. No. No, I think around 11:30.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we don't want to keep you any longer, Max. Go do your thing. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. See you.
Well done. Have a good evening. Right, there you go. So last man standing is the youngest man. Not surprising, that one. I hope you've enjoyed this session of Facebook Live here, right on the roof of Bernie's paddock hospitality. It's the first time I've been here, so I hope you've enjoyed this exclusive access. All the very best and enjoy the Grand Prix.